Super Cadets Pre-A final coming up next. Let's have a look at the grid for this next 130 points available for the race winner. Benjamin Hamilton has pole position. Jonathan Fuxell joining on the front row. Jack Redfern and George Palmer-Mobsby are there on row number 2. Alex Dodds and Rex Ashley on the third row of the grid. Next up on row 4, we've got Miles Harrison and Frederick Navarro. Ellis Cox and Zach McDonald complete the top 10 at the start of this race. Josh Byrne and Ruben Mamalok start on the 6th row of the grid. Lewis Sumner and Charlie Wainwright start from the 7th row of the grid with work to do. Charlie Spake and Jack Beasley are on row 8. We find Jay Hansford and Oliver Bamford Sr. on the 9th row of the grid. And we will also have 2 qualifiers from the Pre-B final, who are confirmed for you in a moment. Were indeed drivers that we saw earlier. It was Hamish Forrest and Thomas Hughes. They joined the back of this field. Are we good to go?
Again. I think I've just seen.
And we are going to go around again. For our Pre-A finalists, first race for all of these drivers this season that counts for championship points. John?
Indeed it is. Pressure hots up now. Try and get maximum points. So let's see what they can all do. Very excited for this one. And these, I'd say these races have been a bit more action-packed than the morning, I think I'd say.
I think I'd agree with you there.
Lots of last lap battles going on, changes for the lead on the last lap and things like that. So yeah, it's been fantastic. So let's see how these Pre-A final for the Super Cadets comes along.
All drivers from the ages of 10 to 13. We've had a number of historic races today. This is another one, because this, of course, is the first ever Pre-A final, full A final point scoring race for drivers from the ages of 10 to 13 in Club 100. And we are going to go around again because not everyone's quite in the right position.
There was one driver that was deciding that they wanted to be 3 wide coming up through Cafe.
Okay.
I think it might have been the number 17, you know. But I saw them just counting ahead of them, trying to see, wait, where am I supposed to be? So,
it is. I think it's something that is quite daunting and difficult. It doesn't sound like it should be difficult
when you first go out.
Yeah.
You want to make sure, and especially with this, they don't. But in BUKC, when you have your warm-up laps, everyone mingles up and jumbles up, and then you come back to it and you're like, wait, who was in front of me again? I can't remember where I am. So yeah, it can be a bit daunting.
Especially when everyone's wearing a bandit suit.
Exactly, yeah, that makes it a bit difficult. In the inters, it would definitely be harder. Luckily, in the mains, everyone seems to have a £2,000 race helmet and race suit, so it makes it a bit more easy. But here we go.
All set to go then for the Pre-A final for the Super Cadets here at Buckmore Park. Away we go. It's going to be Benjamin Hamilton taking us from pole position and darting down towards turn 1, but it's not got a good start at all, and it's going to be swamped a little bit as they go towards the first hairpin. Are they all going to get through the first big braking zone? The number 36 of Jonathan Fuxell has come to the front of the order. That's looking pretty clean, almost as one half spinner towards the back of the field. It may have been Hamish Forrest, actually, our winner from the Pre-B final, but apart from that, we're all good and heading down the hill to Simon Sweep.
Benjamin Hamilton racing very respectfully there. Gave a little bit of a tap on the exit of hairpin 2, but quickly apologised to Jonathan Fuxell. And they carry on. He was looking for a move there up into this top right-hander, but it's not going to happen for him. Going to have to follow through for another lap. Unless he can get it on exit, no, has to stick behind. Continuous checking over the shoulder of from the number 36, our current leader. But continuous pressure from Benjamin Hamilton, so I mean, that's quite understandable.
So, end of lap 1, it's Fuxell from Hamilton, Palmer, Mobsby in 3rd, Dodds 4th, 5th for Ashley, Harrison, Redfern, Navarro, Cox, Spake, that is your top 10. And already seems like Jonathan Fuxell wants to defend this one. Is he going to be able to do so? Hamilton trying to get up alongside. Has got a run, really good overtake there from Benjamin Hamilton to the front of the order then here on lap number 2. The number 11 leads.
That was just fantastic. And then look at the rest of them, like a swarm of bees. Smell blood and they're all over them. Look at this, 19 goes a little bit wide there. That's Jack Redfern. He was one of the ones to watch from today, being the fastest out in the testing yesterday. Currently stuck in that mid-pack for the top 10. But let's see how he can do as he continues. Still 10 minutes left to go. And Benjamin Hamilton now leading this one.
See Rex Ashley looking up the inside there in the number 27. Very good race this so far. And you can show that this is what we've been looking forward to all these months since it was announced that Club 100 were going to start a championship, a cadet championship with a new kart, a smaller kart for younger drivers. This is the kind of racing we've been looking forward to. Well, I had to wait a while for it, of course, but it is really delivering. Oh, I think that's going to maybe a penalty for Miles Harrison in the number 55. If my eyes aren't deceiving me, that was the number 55, just clipping that bollard, and that's got spotted. That will be a one-place penalty. Change for third to tell you about. You've probably spotted already on the screen that Alex Dodds has got past George Palmer-Mobsby. And, Alex has just been running under the radar so far in this race, but it's definitely part of the equation for who's going to win this one. Everyone just about taking care of track limits there. The top three starting to break away, I'd say, John.
Yeah, definitely so. Creating just a slight gap. If that increases any more, yeah, we'll probably see them lose the toe and begin to pull away. But all remaining very respectful and good racing, as we've got a car going slowly off of the bottom right-hander there, Paddock, who's leading this little pack now. I believe it's Ashley at the front of this one that we're looking at. Now we look back to the leaders. 36 actually going defensive. That's Fuchsal on Dodds. Dodds with the fastest lap of the race so far. 48.784 for him. As here's a move down into hairpin 1, 55 up the inside of 34. That's Miles Harrison making a move on George Palmer-Mobsby.
A couple of contact warnings coming in. Has been a problem as well, unfortunately, for Frederick Navarro, who has fallen down to 19th place in this race. He's got good speed, may be able to recover later on in the race. Here at the fight involving Harrison, Redfern and Palmer-Mobsby in there as well. 4 minutes done, 8 minutes of this pre-A final to go. The action rattling through here in the late afternoon. Hope you're enjoying your Saturday. It's your first time watching one of our streams. Can you please consider pressing that subscribe button and the share button and all the buttons, the like button, the follow button. If you're enjoying the commentary, at @MM across your social media networks, give us a follow and a like. It really does help us out. 7.5 minutes of this race to go. And Benjamin Hamilton is looking very good here. His flap in particular, he's pulled away from the rest of the field.
I will say that's partially down to his pace. I will also say that's partially down to Fuchsal defending quite a bit.
Yep.
Not too sure if that's the best strat, still with 7 minutes to go in this one, but I mean, Hamilton's not going to be complaining, is he?
Not at all. Not at all. The gap this time around, it's 1.1 seconds now. Fuchsal to the inside. Alex Dodds there in the number 32. Has got lane on the inside here. Fuchsal trying to squeeze down, but I think Dodds has got the move done here. He's just got to get the run off. As look, through comes Rex Ashley. Protests coming in from Fuchsal, but I think that was all just about. It's a bit rough and ready, but legal.
Yeah, definitely. I was just saying, yeah, Fuchsal got bullied to the back of this pack now by them. Just more swarmed by them, wasn't it? One went past, then another, and suddenly he found himself back. Takes another position from the 27. He's back through on, that's Mr. Ashley.
Yeah,
Ashley.
That was all triggered by a real send from Miles Harrison. Brave on the brakes into Paddock, opened the door, and Fuchsal read that perfectly to get back through. So it's all changed again. It's now Hamilton from Dodds, Harrison, Fuchsal, Ashley. Second, third, fourth and fifth all changed places in some regard on that particular lap, and that's it's not going to stop, is it? As Fuchsal fighting back here, trying to get back past Alex Dodds. Jack Redfern's still involved here, and George Palmer-Mobsby.
Yeah, Fuchsal's probably not going to be too happy. He's been knocked back down to fourth here, is he? So he's going to be wanting to get back to the leading kart in this group of sort of 5 or 6 drivers. I think 6 at the moment, but the 21 of Ellis Cox is looming there in the background, ready to pounce on anyone that messes up. And this group continues to battle for the last 5 minutes. I'll imagine that Ellis will be on the pack within no time. 36 of Fuchsal continuing to go defensive into T1. not too sure as to why, or maybe that is just their normal line through there. Maybe they think that that's faster. Continuing through first section of the circuit, Harrison still leading this group, starting to build a nice little gap there now as well, about 6 or 7 tenths over, I believe it is still Alex Dodds. It is indeed. Then it's Jonathan Fuchsall, Rex Ashley, Jack Redfern, George Palmer Mobsby, and then Ellis Cox has joined the back of this one.
I gotta say it's been a very good day for the Hamilton family so far. We saw Rory Hamilton running really well in the cadets this morning. 2.1 seconds now the lead here in the Pre-A final for Benjamin Hamilton. Both named Angus Whiteside as their Porsche Carrera Cup driver, as their favourite driver. Contacts warning for Hamish Forrest. Let's see what that's called. I've got to say that there's been some good progress though for Hamish Forrest so far in this race. Getting in amongst it, side by side. Good respectful racing. Room given there by both Ashley and Fuchsall. That's down the inside, move for second place. Oh, this is really good from Miles Harrison. In fact, from all of these drivers here, really putting on quite a show, fighting over these points.
You've got Ellis Cox in the background trying to make some moves as people are going wide there. I think, oh no, I thought they got one, but no, back down to the back of this pack, but they're definitely there and ready to pounce on whatever's going on. We also saw Fuchsall up paddock getting it a bit out of shape and managed to cut back across and keep the positions that they might have lost, but did lose a little bit of time. Just had a penalty come through for Charlie Wainwright. They're in 12th for an ABC takeout. There's going to be a few positions at the end docked off.
Good progress from Lewis Sumner on that last lap. Gained 3 positions. He's up to 11th now and has just set a personal best through sector 1. So let's see if the number 38 can get into the top 10. 34 there of George Palmer Mobsby has a little look, a little think about going down the inside. Thinks better of it. Ellis Cox still plugging away there. Zach McDonald next cart behind. Everybody checking over the shoulders. This has just become a big battle now for second place. They're not thinking about Benjamin Hamilton up ahead. He's too far up the road for them to realistically catch up. Really having a lot of fun out there. It looks like Fuchsall's got past Dodds again. Yes, Jonathan Fuchsall has got back into 3rd place.
Slowly working his way back through, but is going side by side there, down through the fast right-left section of corners. But continuing to defend very hard is Fuchsall. Well, it seems to be working. Back up to 3rd, as you say, and continuing this battle. This group of now 7 karts flying through to start a new lap with just over 2 minutes to go.
Dodds to the outside. The driver from Doncaster reached the BIKC National Final last year. Loves his mountain biking. Really loving his racing here. Involved in the middle side by side now with Rex Ashley. Ashley trying to do a bit of a switch back there, taking 4th place. That's really nicely done from Rex Ashley, who'll have the inside line, takes the position.
Did indeed, yeah, what a fantastic move. Slight breakaway between the 2 packs now, but I imagine that will close up within only a matter of corners. But yeah, what a brilliant move from the number 27 there, Rex Ashley. Moves over to the inside to defend from a re-overtake from Dodds. Manages to do just that. Sticking behind and is now looking to attack themselves on the 36 of Fuchsall, still there in 3rd place. But yeah, this is all hotting up, isn't it? Just over a minute to go now, only a couple more laps. And honestly, any of these 7 karts could be the ones that end up on the podium.
Could be indeed. So for say a minute, Lewis Sumner has made it up into the top 10 off screen. That's Miles Harrison. Ends here really well. It's that nearly 4 wide as they enter hairpin number 2. It's just breaking down a little bit behind. So I think Jack Redfern has actually made up a couple of positions at least so far on this lap. Oh, the number 32 of Alex Dodds sticking the nose in there on the 36 of Jonathan Fuchsall. This has been a brilliant defensive drive from Miles Harrison. He's perfectly obliged to do so, of course. And continues to hold on to second place. Last lap board is out for the leader then. Benjamin Hamilton has serenely been driving out the front of this field. Can Miles Harrison in second place hold on to this position on the road? in the first hairpin.
I think Miles has been defending well, but has been really assisted by Jonathan Fuchsel behind, defending like his life depends on it. So has been assisted and been able to stay out front. They're going to go 3 wide onto the grass, goes to 32, gets it sideways, and is going to lose out of position there. The 32 of Dodds losing 1 or 2 positions there. 36 does manage to get back up the inside. Fuchsel holds his 3rd place. It looked like that 27 was going to go for a move, was Ashley. But no, not going to happen. It's going to have to hold 4th. They're going to continue this squabble all the way around the final section of corners. But here he comes, number 11, Benjamin Hamilton, crosses the line and takes the win in our Super Cadet Pre-A final. But here they come, fists in the air for many, many drivers there coming across the line. As Miles Harrison ends up taking 2nd place. Jonathan Fuchsel just behind, followed by Rex Ashley, Jack Redfern, and then Ellis Cox was at the back of that battle. No, they weren't. It was Alex Dodds, my apologies. Ellis Cox did manage to get a position and got the fastest lap near the end there, 48.704. So shout out to Ellis Cox on that one. And it was George Palmer-Mobsby in 8th, Zach McDonald in 9th, and Josh Byrne rounding out the top 10.
Yeah, really, really good stuff. And very entertaining race from the Super Cadets.